There's no place like home. There's no place.
Home.
Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
Well, hi there. Welcome to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole.
Hey, I'm Eric Stromer.
And we love to make you feel great about the place you call home. And, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to do this huge project. It could be something as simple as looking at the books that you have in your house, in your apartment, wherever you live, and now using those books in a way to make it kind of become part of your decor.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot, I have a lot of books too, and they're tucked away in a cabinet, which doesn't, I think books are beautiful.
They are.
And, the library is becoming a thing of the past, and it's because everything's being digitized now. And just to see the spines of a book and the different colors that are there, I think that's really a beautiful image. And why tuck them away when they can be accent pieces in a room?
Totally.
Right? Yeah.
So let's talk about some things that you can do with your books. You know what I mean? That can
Well,
now
first you can read them.
We can read them.
Yeah.
Oh, that. But while you're waiting to read the next great book, let's say you have a bunch of books that are just sitting around and you were thinking of downsizing your books or donating your books or doing something, but before you did that, these are the books you want to keep. You can use them and store them on a serving cart. I've seen this done, and it really is so cute. If you had a serving cart, or maybe you can find one like at a garage sale,
Right.
Those serving carts that are used as little mini bars, right? Well, instead, this becomes a little cart with all your books. And now you have, an upper and a lower deck, and you could even use a vase with some flowers and maybe a frame of a great friend and relative, but then the rest is all surrounded by books of the same color or the same theme or something like that.
That's cool. And especially, too, if it's, there's an image of seeing just a gold frame without anything in it, which I think is also really pretty. Just leaning against the wall, have this cart in front of it, and then the beautiful books. And then, the other thing, too, art books.
Yes.
So, like those huge oversized
cocktail
ones,
table books.
That, like the Muhammad Ali book. Have you seen that one? Those are so beautiful, just sitting on the center of a coffee table, or piled up maybe 3 high. Big oversized books I think are really pretty as well.
Or even turning some of those books into a table itself.
Yes, have you seen where you stack up the books and then that becomes the end table?
Well, go ahead. Tell me how you do it.
Well, you can do it a couple of ways. You can, if they're big enough, you can just stack them up to end table height, and then
at the same height, same size.
Put a piece of glass over it.
Cute.
If they're big enough and wide enough, you can actually use 2 sets of books so that they're parallel, and then that just becomes the base for the coffee table or the
any
side
kind of table.
Yeah,
I love it.
Really cute.
Depending on the amount of books you have and the size of them, very, very clever.
Yeah.
Or you could just use the books themselves without any glass.
Sure, why not?
As a series of little tables. If you had a small place and you were looking to create some more furniture or a spot to put a beverage, I think a piece of glass would be better to protect the books, but you could just stack them all up. And I always love the idea of using either the actual binder part is the same color or there's something about it where they all kind of create a uniform look, right?
Great. Yeah, I love it.
And you stack them all together, and that becomes a little
side
piece
table
of furniture.
What's the matter with that?
Now, you could also do some great things with books that now you might take some of the books apart. So imagine taking some of, like, one of your favorite books, and you're taking the actual pages out of the book, and you remove them, and now you decoupage that to the frame of a mirror. Or frame of anything.
Okay.
And so it could be, a love book, a poetry book, whatever kind of book you love or that you've always enjoyed or remembered, right? And you would just put a finish of this decoupage, pasty stuff that you get at the arts and crafts store, and you're gluing it and then putting a sheen over it as you're wrapping it around.
Very cute.
Isn't that cute?
That's very good.
And then you could put a few books, actual books, beneath that mirror on a table. So you got books and books.
That's cute. You know what else, too? If you have a lot of books that maybe are not the greatest, classic novels that you want to display.
Right.
You can actually just cover them in a monochromatic kind of a paper or any kind of paper that you decide, you want to have as your accent in your shelving system.
Yeah.
so that they're all one color,
Pretty.
one look. And we've seen designers do this a lot. I think it's really pretty. It just occupies shelving. It's all one color tone.
Yeah, like
you
wrapping
see the
paper.
spine of the book, almost like wrapping paper. Yeah, and I think it looks really great.
It looks better than great. I mean, it's stunning is what it is. So now you have a chance to use these books, and it becomes in that one area, that one part of your room. I don't know what to do with it, right? Put it on a shelf, and you've got a designer look.
There you go.
Now here's another thing you could do with basically giving some plain white plates, what would look like a writer's edge. You basically go online, you use your computer and color printer to make oversized ampersands and exclamation points, and then you copy that onto some decal paper, and then you cut around the motif. It's a little more involved. You have to be kind of craftsy with this, but then you spray finish with it, and you would then you would use oven-proof plates, right? And then you just bake the decal onto the surface, and so now you have like this little cute ampersand.
That's kind of great.
And you put that, and that becomes a writing table.
That's actually really cool.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
And then you could accent that with some literary linens, and just it becomes almost like a reader's little nook for your scones and your tea in the morning.
Very, very nice. Love it.
Another good idea is to have a ready-to-assemble bookcase, and you can just drape a little curtain in front of it, and then attach like a lightweight curtain rod to the top of the bookcase, and add the fabric, and then you can tuck more books in there. Maybe pull part of the drape back.
Cool. You know what else is really kind of a neat thing? If people have fireplaces that they're not using,
I know what you're going to say.
You can create shelving inside the fireplace, right?
Yes.
And then just fill the entire fireplace with books.
It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
But it's when you're not using it.
It's when you're not using it, obviously, unless you want to start burning all the stuff.
No.
But it looks great, and it's a way to kind of gain more shelving space. And then if the fireplace is a place where you're losing your heat or your air conditioning in the summer or your heat in the winter, it can kind of plug it up, so it's kind of insulating too at the same time. So yeah,
I love that idea.
That's a great idea.
And also, if you have some old books, by the way, we have this old family Bible that I need to do something about it because it dates back.
Is that the one that's got the cutout so you can keep your 6 gun in it?
No, it doesn't have that.
And
This is a real old Bible that dates back to the 1800s. But we're going to need to do something like you can use glue and adhere the spine to a heavy cardstock, and then add some decoupage to that to really protect, and even add maybe a corded tassel to turn that old book into something that's new again, right?
Very cool.
Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole, we have more ideas to share because we're just getting started. We'd love to improve your home and improve your life. You're listening to Home Wizards.
My old friend, a chance to share old memories, play songs again. When it got to the garden party,